What up? You were tuned in to Petty Sportz Black, where I am HBCU. Brought to you in part by KINGZ Broadcasting Studios and Post 880 Radio, the heartbeat of the South. On today's edition of Petty Sportz Black, we have the head coach from the illustrious Savannah State University, Aaron Kelton. Appreciate you coming on tonight, Coach. What's going on with you?
Not too much. Thank you for having me. I appreciate being on tonight.
Absolutely, man. You see, I got the SSU hat sitting right here on deck because I am an alumni. So, man, it's a pleasure and an honor to get you to come on air with us tonight.
Thank you. It's definitely my pleasure as well, and I appreciate all you do with covering HBCU sports and definitely Savannah State.
Oh, absolutely, man. So I'm going to jump right into it with you, man. We're going to get you some of the difficult questions, and we're going to end this thing off nice and soft and easy. We'll laugh our way up out of here.
Absolutely. That's the way to do it.
Absolutely, man. So check it out. Taking over a new program, I know, is always a difficult process. Taking over a program that was successful before you got there is even more difficult. Tell us, what was the message that Coach Aaron Kelton walked into the swamp with to get an 8-2 team to buy into your philosophies for 2022?
Well, I think that the important part is that you're honest. Right, you're honest and you trust in your process, and it's sharing your vision and your philosophy with the team, with the administration, and all those involved in the program, alumni, everyone, and all. What I could really sell to them and talk to them about was trying to maintain the success. Okay, changing some things that might need to be changed, but maintaining the success, loving the kids. Really, really working hard at this job and the opportunity. And then on top of that, how we want to continue to win games and graduate young men, okay, and prepare them for life outside of football and off the field. And so those were the things that I came in. Those are the staples of who I am and our program is, and we're going to continue to get better at it each and every day.
Okay, not mad at that. Man, come in and build relationships, let these boys know what you all about. Don't try to change everything. I mean, they did have something going right, but they definitely had a little bit of room for improvement, because looking over the schedule and just checking out the games as I was watching them last season, it was amazing how most of the games they steamrolled, but the two games that they lost were bad. I'm like, man, how is this possible? So there's definitely some things could be tweaked there.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what it is getting them to believe in their abilities to be successful and to believe in that the idea that they are going to win those games this coming season, right? Those difficult games, those championship style games. You want to be a champion, you got to compete and fight and beat champions. And two teams they lost to last year, both where one was league champion, the other one was their league champion. Both made it to the national playoffs. And if that's our goal, we've got to be able to pull games like that out.
Oh yeah, those are the teams you got to be ready for.
Absolutely.
So, man, your tenure over at Williams College was definitely a successful venture. Shorter, had challenges. What have you taken this from your previous head coaching experience and positions that's going to pay dividends for you moving forward?
Well, again, I think that being transparent, being honest with the kids, loving the kids, really showing them and working hard for them are things that will continue to allow us to be successful. And then philosophically, being able to have my hands in the defense a little bit, I think is extremely important for me in my development and continue to be successful that way. That's something I did early on and got away from later on when I went to shorter. And then really it's about recruiting great kids, great players, great student athletes, and getting more Jimmies and Joes. We're at the end of this cycle now where Savannah State was a drop down from Division I, and so a lot of those guys have gone on and moved on, and so it's a chance for our young guys to now show what they're capable of doing. It's giving them belief in who they are as players, letting them know they're good players and They just got to be disciplined about what they do.
Okay, I feel that, man. He said the Jimmys and Joes, like that's turned into a one of the staples now. I've heard that a couple of times.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't play any games. Them guys go out and they do the plays and win the games. I mean, it's their physicality, it's their ability to go out and make a play, right? And so when you can get some good ones, then that's part of our philosophy is we're going to put the ball in the hands of guys who can make plays, who can do some great things with the football. And then, defensively, we're going to rally and get 11 hats to the ball running and really, being excited about what we're doing that's successful out on the field.
All right, man, I'm rooting for that. Definitely. We're trying to get a SIAC championship coming in here to state.
That's right.
Y'all see what it is. Get one of those.
That's right.
All right, so, man, this one has really been an issue all over the country. It's been insanely hot. Like, I don't even want to go outside anymore. And I know especially all the way down there in Savannah, it's always at least 10 to 15 degrees hotter out there, regardless of what the temperature says. It's just hotter. It's like straight swamp heat for no reason. What are you doing in Savannah to modify your workouts and practices as far as like the schedule and everything, just to ensure the safety of the guys?
Well, we're going in the mornings first and foremost because that's the coolest time for them. We're talking about their hydration and their energy levels in terms of making sure that they eat well enough, get plenty of rest, and then when we're out on the field, our schedule is going to be such that we have built-in water breaks. There'll be times where we'll be in just helmets and don't need to bang and what have you, but get the work in. By treating it almost like the pros do. I mean, a lot of the pro teams have indoors and all that kind of stuff, and the bigger programs have those. We don't have that luxury. So the way for us to keep them cool is going to be to take off the pads and move around, and then when we get into more team periods and different things, put them on for short periods of time like that. So, and then we've got to, we'll have some ice baths and some different things out there for guys to be able to get in. If their temperature starts to go up a little bit. So we're diligently working with our medical staff around ways that we can continue to keep them safe, which is the most important thing for us. Mm-hmm. And then, but also being able to get done everything that we need to. And then the other thing is that we've got to be able to do it mentally, right? So it may not be that we're always going to be able to do it through reps on the field. We're gonna have to take them in the classroom and teach them through video, teach them in the classroom. So it may be less reps as well, and try to get some of those younger guys out on the field who tend to stand around and watch the older guys get all the work. So.
Okay, so y'all got ice baths outside?
Yeah, you got it. You have to we put them in a shaded area.
Okay.
Use tons of ice. We'll get them. They'll have to go into the ice baths, every day after practice and do it that way just to kind of get the temperature to come down. So,
yeah, that's different. I guess it's been a long time since I played. I ain't never seen anybody put a whole bunch of ice baths outside, but that sounds nice though.
Yeah. It's gonna be nice when it's 100 degrees and they get up in that bad boy. So.
Oh yeah.
It's just a different way for us to do it and continue to keep them safe. That's really what it's about.
Okay, man, I do that last rep harder if I know I'm about to get in that ice bath first.
Yes, sir.
Like, I'm winning these sprints, so man, watch out. Let me get in the bath. So, man, check this out, Coach. With the heightened level of attention at HBCUs right now, it's experiencing a crazy uptick with the amount of exposure. Does it give you a special sense of just pride being a leader of one of the more prominent programs in the SIAC?
Absolutely. I have a lot of pride already being able to lead this program and all of the attention and everything that's happening for HBCUs is fantastic. I think it's just great for college football. It's great for the young men in these programs across the country who need and should get the notoriety. And to be able to lead these men out on the field and lead them in the classroom and in the community really is humbling for me. I'm honored. It's a privilege, and I'm super excited to see what they're going to do this coming season and how much success we'll have, because they're hungry. And to be able to lead a program like Savannah State is just mind-blowing sometimes. I often sit back and look out over a marsh and say, man, this is fantastic. How did I get this, right? Like, it's just such a great place, and the people here are fantastic. And so I'm honored to be the head football coach here at Savannah State.
Oh, yeah, man. The way everything has just been coming down, it's like it's turned into something much, much bigger to actually rep your school and have the HBCU pride, because it's being recognized for the first time in a long time. I won't say forever, because it did used to be way up, but it's on the way back.
Yeah, it's on the way back. And that's what, this is the excitement that was across the country in the early and late 60s and 70s, when the country was going through a change, and all those NFL players and different people were coming out of HBCUs on a regular basis, right?
Right.
And so now we're getting the notoriety. We're getting people to come watch our guys play. We're getting on ESPN and FS1 and different networks, and getting exposure even from, venues like yours, right? Like, and that's important. And it's also not just about football. It's about all that's happening on campuses, right? There are political parties that want to come on campus and, just do different things. And that's exciting. And it's got to be exciting for young men and women who attend these HBCUs as well.
Oh, yeah, man, I'm definitely excited that it's such a big thing for them. Like, they're prideful and extra happy to be out there, and it's getting so much more exposure. Like, it's just an amazing thing.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
So, man, back to your X's and O's, your Jimmys and Joes. When you're evaluating a recruit, which is more important to you? Is it the athletic ability or the football IQ?
That's an interesting question, because I think it's a balance that you have to find. I think that's what makes good recruits great, is that they have a really great balance of football IQ and athletic ability. At our level, there are a lot of guys. So it's determining how far a guy will go and develop oftentimes is based off his football IQ more than it is his athletic ability. Me personally, I like smart guys, right? You still got to be an athlete some way. I'm not going to take a smart guy who's slow, right? Like that, you can't be super slow. But if you're smart, it can definitely put you in situations where you can be successful a lot more than those who have, less of a football IQ. But you also need that athletic ability to put the ball in the guy's hands who's going to get you the touchdown, right? Who's going to make a play for you. And so I think it's a fine balance that you have to have, and you have to weigh. I don't go one way or another with it, but I do. Those are the questions that I ask, and typically I just try to find out how well they're going to do. You can see how well they do academically, and try to correlate that some with their football IQ and what they'll do in games and in situations. So, I like both. I'm gonna be quite honest. I want athletic guys who have a good high football IQ, and everybody's will be different based off of where they played high school or college, if they were a transfer or something like that. So, but I like to try to get somebody who has both. And you may not be off the chart in both, but if you're talented enough, and you have enough of a football IQ, you have a chance to be a very good, successful football player.
Okay, I mean, I'm a fan of the football IQ, being a fan of the team that I'm a fan of. But you coming from Boston, you're gonna bring in the Kelton Way. That's what they're gonna call it.
It's not gonna be like Belichick. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Okay, it's not gonna be like Belichick, but we're gonna have a way about us that we carry ourselves, a business type of way and feel about it. And I think part of that is because we need to teach these student athletes and young men on this campus that you're going to be successful. But there's a business side that you need to be about, and be professional about. Because when you go for that interview, I want to know that you went to the interview and got the job. Okay, not just that you got the interview, and so we're going to teach them about making sure that they know how to speak and handle their business the appropriate way and look the part. And, because what they don't understand is half of it is what they see when you come through the door, how you greet people, how you leave, those two things, beginnings and endings. And so it's super important for them to be able to put that presentation together. And we're going to work really hard at making sure that their presentation is great.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's what's going to be what it is. So going into 2022, it's the Kelton Way.
Yeah, it'll be Kelton Way for a little while. Definitely that. And they know it. And I think they're as excited for it as I am. We literally right before this, we just got off of a team meeting that was about 45 minutes long, just talking with the team and catching up with them and talking with our incoming freshmen and transfers. And certainly that was fantastic. But, I can see it just based off of their demeanor, on the Zoom demeanor that they had walking around campus when I was hired and the kinds of things. I think they're excited about what's about to happen as well.
Oh yeah, I hope it all definitely comes together. So man, as an SSU alum, like I've heard all the conversations that are surrounding just the just Coach Quinn's departure and your arrival. So what message would you like to give to the Savannah State faithfuls to calm their spirits, to let them know that the Kelton Way has arrived?
I think that, the major part for me is, I'm grateful. I'm honored. I'm going to do the best that I can each and every day. I'm in the office right now, and it's because I believe and love this place and what we're going to be able to do for these young men in our program. And I know I can say this: we're going to continue to win football games. Okay, we're going to continue to work hard, and we're going to graduate more kids than we've graduated here in a long time. Okay, and we all should be proud of that fact as well, right? It's not always just, everybody every year wishes they could go undefeated. Okay, two teams play, somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. That's what happens. Okay, but everybody on each team can win at life. Okay, and that's what we're teaching these guys, how to win at life. Okay, how to handle adversity when you get out into the real world. And that message is going to be there every day. It's going to be reinforced each and every day, every time I see them, every time we talk. And then we're going to, like I said before, we're going to love them up, okay? Because they're not going to always get it right. So we got to be there to love them up and care about them and help guide them to their successes in the future. And then they're going to end up being great alumni like you, right? Somebody else is going to have a show that's going to compete against yours. Now I'm going to be on two shows, right? And then somebody else is going, right? You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what happens, right?
Yep. Maybe by the time they get up there, they can take mine.
Yeah.
As
we say here, on the marsh, you can get anywhere from here, right? And so I want them to be able to let the sky be the limit. Let them reach for the stars, and try to get everything they can out. So, but to calm the faithful down as well is hey, come watch our product. We want you to be a fan, a supporter, and the product will speak for itself. Every year is a different year. Okay, many times teams have not been expected to do much, and then they make a run, right? And then
it definitely happens.
It happens all the time. And then there's teams that were expected to do great and don't, for whatever reason. So it just, come see the product. And that's what it comes down to for me. I'm humbled to be here. I want to hear from people. I want people to talk. I mean, they're going to talk. Everybody. There isn't a person in America who is not a Monday morning quarterback. Okay? Because when we watch our college game on Saturday or Thursday on Saturday, and then the NFL games on Sunday, we talk about football and what people were doing all the time. So that's okay. But if the product is a good product, then it's going to be good time. And I don't mind
Oh, yeah. So that's what y'all need to do. All my fellow Savannah State alum, come to the games. That's the
Yeah,
message.
that's
Come to the
right.
game. Check it out.
Come to the game. September the 3rd, we play Southeastern University at home at 6. And then season tickets are out. Okay, so let's get those season tickets as well. Savannah State Athletics.com, and then you'll see the link for the season tickets as well. So I got to put a little plug, see if we can get a few more, But we want to see you there, but we also want you to come over and shake the guys' hands and get to know them as well. So
yeah, there's also a whole Facebook page with all Savannah State alum on it that's called the SSU Alumni Challenge that is specifically there for y'all to buy season tickets to the football games. I know a lot of y'all are already on there. Just click the link and buy the tickets. That's what it's about.
That's what it's about.
Okay. So now we're gonna move into a little segment. It's called Who You Wit. We done with the I'm not gonna ask you any more of those difficult questions, but these ones are gonna be just like the quick hitters. That it's still gonna be hard for you. So I'm gonna start it off and make it difficult as physically possible. Who's got better seafood, Savannah or Boston?
Ooh, I gotta say Boston. I got it. Just because New England's coastline, the lobster and all that, that cold water fish is really, really good. Y'all don't have cold water down there.
Oh, man. See, you might have had to rethink that when you in Savannah now.
I know. Listen, that's all. When I go out, I'm trying to get is the seafood. Like, that's what I do down here. I'm like, I get chicken and the seafood. Those are my proteins.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I rock with all of them, but I'm from Alaska, so I'm biased to the seafood over there.
From Alaska.
It's way better cold water fish than all y'all got.
See, you said the same thing. See, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep. So, man, as a former quarterback, I'm going to put you on the spot with this one. Who's the better quarterback right now in the NFL, Kyler Murray or Lamar Jackson?
Ooh. Better quarterback? That's a great question. They both bring so much to it. I'm going to say Lamar Jackson. He's underrated in terms of as a passer, but he's actually pretty efficient. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's the right answer. He's the winner. He's the one that got the MVP. There's a reason why the Ravens are better than the Cardinals. Their personnel probably isn't better, but the team is better.
Right. Correct.
Oh, yeah. Like, I've had many debates on here about that, but you got it right. Man, we're going to switch gears to the NBA on you. I don't know if you're a Celtics fan.
I'm ready for that.
But which Celtics guy, after you've watched the entire NBA Finals, are you taking Jason Tatum as your number one guy or Jaylen Brown?
I'm taking Tatum. I'm taking Tatum. I think I love Jaylen Brown's game. He got hop. He got all that. I think that as two young defining players on that team, I think that the consistency that Tatum gives you and his size to be able to play some post game. I'm an old school guy, so you got to have some post game for me, and I think that he has a really good post game as well. So I would take Tatum.
Okay. I mean, I'm not mad at either answer. But I think Tatum is better right now. If Jaylen Brown...
Right now, and it could change. Exactly.
If Jaylen Brown learns how to dribble a basketball, he might surpass him. 2
years, they're going to put Brown in the package with somebody and try to make a deal. We always do something like that.
If he learns how to dribble, he'd be a killer.
Let me tell you, that's the only problem. That was the problem for them all championship series. Was that they didn't handle the ball well enough to be able to go by people. It's easy when you're blowing by one guy, but when the help's coming, they were trying to dribble through them, and they just turned it over too much. So I get it.
I don't think I can ever recall a player that can score as well as Jaylen Brown who has that much trouble handling a basketball. It's mind-blowing to me.
It's mind-blowing. Mind-blowing.
He'll still give you 30, and he can't dribble.
Right.
It's like, how are you even doing that?
How does that happen, right?
It doesn't make sense. So I got two more of them for you.
Okay.
I'm going to take you back to NFL head coaches. Who is the biggest offensive guru in the league between Sean McVey and Kyle Shanahan?
I got to say Shanahan. I think that he does more with less.
Okay.
And they both got really good players. I know Sean McVay pretty well, and he's a great mind. But a lot of the stuff he learned from Jay Gruden and Shanahan. So I think that Shanahan is really a good offensive mind. He really is. He does more with less.
Yeah, I agree. I'd take Shanahan over McVay, and it's not even a knock on McVay. It's just McVay has like the most expensive roster that I've ever seen because the salary cap doesn't exist in LA for some reason.
Right, and then defensively, there's studs over there on defense, so they're gonna keep you in the game defensively.
Oh yeah,
and not that Shanahan doesn't have a good defense, but he don't got the guys that they got on the Rams.
No, he's going to the Super Bowl with Jimmy G.
Right, exactly.
Right, that's definitely a testament to Shanahan.
Yes, I think so as well.
All right, so I'm gonna end you off on a lighter note. You might think harder on this one than actually even of any of the football or basketball questions. But which is a better side dish, collard greens or macaroni and cheese?
Oh man, come on! They supposed to go together. Whenever you have collard greens, you got to have macaroni and cheese.
Oh, he took
you
both.
Have macaroni and cheese, you should have some collard greens, like you should. But I think the better side dish is going to be macaroni and cheese. Because I think you can have that with everything. I don't know that collard greens go with everything.
Man, they do both go with everything.
They really do. But I think they belong together. Like, I think you do yourself a disservice by not having both.
He cheating. He picked both of them.
Wow. What else is in the dish though? Because that's important.
Say what meat?
Right. What meat and what you got? You got candy yams there. You rocking? You got to know all that different stuff that's on the plate.
Yeah, man. I'll take collard greens just for the mere fact. I think I probably like mac and cheese better, but I like to.
Yeah, I think I would go collard greens because I'm gonna sit here and tell you because I'm really on a health kick. Like, no, but I'm not, and I would take collard greens.
Oh no, I know exactly what you're saying. You eat a whole plate of macaroni and cheese, and you're gonna pay for that later.
Right? No question. No question.
Like that,
no question about it.
That's the only knock on it. It tastes amazing.
It tastes amazing.
I ain't signing up for that though.
Yeah, it's definitely not working for your heart in a good way, right? Like,
yep. Cool. Well, hey man, that concludes our interview today on Petty Sportz Black. Coach Aaron Kelton, I appreciate you coming out. Is there anything you would like to let the folks know? Let everyone know how to find you, how to follow y'all, what it's looking like for the season. Just give us something to leave us with before we get out of here.
Okay, Fez, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, and you can find me here at Savannah State. You can reach me at Kelton A at savannahstate.edu. I'm also on Twitter. It's Coach Kelton, or at Coach Kelton. If you want to follow us, and you can, everybody's welcome. You want to come out and watch practice one day. You want to be involved with our guys. We're just looking for great ways to continue to support these young men as they embark on this thing we call college football and college life. And we just want them to have the best experiences possible as these days pass. And everybody just stay safe. That's a big thing. COVID's real, okay? And so we need to make sure that we're protecting ourselves that way and staying true to each other. Let's communicate. Let's talk. Let's be fair. Let's listen. The biggest issue we have today is we don't listen. And so let's listen and be safe. So that's all I got.
All right, y'all. Well, make sure y'all come out to Savannah. Y'all got to support Coach Kelton. Support the Tigers. You can get anywhere from here. It's Savannah State. He came and talked to you about the Jimmies and the Joes, the collard greens. He told you need to come to the games. Come check it out. Y'all got everything that you needed here. Make sure y'all keep tuning in to Petty Sportz Black, where I am HBCU. We appreciate y'all. As always, keep it petty.
Why they ain't on me?